Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, that's us. Hi.
That's us.
Welcome to Psychic Tapestry. I'm Ken Kessler, and she's Tony DeMeo. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Ken. Hi, everybody.
And this is Psychic Tapestry, and we're here live. It is Tuesday, July 27th, and the phone lines are open. 347-838-9903 is the number. A couple other ways you can connect with us. If you're listening on the Blog Talk Radio website, that's probably the easiest. You just scroll down and pop in the chat room, and you can join us there. I just opened that up. And I do believe that only works on the website on a computer. I don't think that if you're on your phone using the Blog Talk Radio app, I just don't think it was made that way, and I don't think you can do that. If you are using the app and you can jump in the chat room, prove me wrong and let me know, and I will amend that. You can also connect to us through social media, Facebook.com/Psychic Tapestry, @Psychic Tapestry on Twitter. Phone's the best. You may have we may have follow-up questions for you, and you may have them for us. And the back and forth of that conversation is a lot easier on the phone than it is typing in the chat room or through social media, waiting for the tweet to come back. But you could be working, or you could be doing something that makes it difficult to call in, or maybe you just don't want to. That's okay too. Or you have some other reason that's frankly none of my business, and that's also okay. That's why those other options are available to you. I want to mention, if you didn't know, Psychic Tapestry has a second podcast now called Psychic Tapestry 2, TOO, because I'm just that clever and funny. And you can find it on the Psychic Tapestry website, psychictapestry.com. If you put your mouse on the Listen tab, you'll see Psychic Tapestry 2 in the drop-down menu as one of the choices. You can also find it on lots of different podcasting sites, and it's just a little bit different because it's just a brief conversation about a particular metaphysical topic. And there's no calls or anything. It's just something extra that I've started to do, sometimes with guests. Tony has been on a couple of times, sometimes just by myself, just to sort of try and reach more people, because I feel like the message that you're not alone is very important. And for people who are on their metaphysical path, sometimes it's tough. And I hope that this will find its way to people who are searching. So it's just one more way. So that's out there. This week's podcast episode on Psychic Tapestry 2 is about what I refer to as the 4 I's: intention, intuition, interpretation, and influence. I think those are very important, and I go into detail about what they are, how they work, and why you should be using them. And I'm not going to do that here as well. If that sounds like something you're interested in, it's not long. It's only like 7 or 8 minutes. So you can check that out anywhere that fine podcasts are available for listening. So,
okay.
So there's that. Tonight, I do want to talk about something that I think is also important, and that's meditation. I think I feel a little bit like a hypocrite because I think meditation is very important, and I don't meditate enough. So it's one of those things where that I am striving to do better, and really planned on meditating tonight before this podcast went live. And you know how it goes. One thing leads to another, and all of a sudden, was that the time? I didn't get a chance to do it. But before I get too far into the weeds on it, Tony, what is meditation?
Okay, meditation is kind of going within. That's the way I look at it. It's focusing on your breathing, of course, and not engaging with the random thoughts that will forever float by. because they're never going to stop. And a lot of people give up on meditation because they think, oh, I have all these thoughts and I'm supposed to not have thoughts, so I'm not doing it right. But that's not the case. You will always have thoughts. You just don't engage with them. You just kind of push them away, and then stay open. And there are many ways to do it. I mean, you can do an active meditation or a guided meditation, which is really recommended, especially if you're new to it, or it's difficult for you, because then you'll be led down a garden path and maybe to an ocean or a lake or a mountain or some lovely place in nature. And that's a beautiful place to open yourself to your guides and angels, or to your departed loved ones, or just to anything you need to know. So I rarely have a meditation that's very empty and devoid of anything. I generally find myself in conversation with a guide or an angel. That's just me, and that's fine. I mean, I think it is anyway, and I get what I need from it. Or other times, if I'm more blank, it's more of just a resting thing where you're just going very deep and you get visions and messages and things like that. How is it for you, Ken?
It took me a while to find my way with meditation because I don't want to say regular meditations, because I don't know that there's really such a thing, but stereotypical meditations of the new agey kind of music didn't really work for me. And guided meditations, I had a problem with that because I was always doing things I wasn't supposed to.
Right.
I remember one particular example was that you're walking around the house to the back door and you can see who's inside. And then there's a long pause. So in this meditation, I open the door. And then the person who's narrating the meditation says, you don't open the door. And I thought, oh, see, I've already...
That's cute. And it was already open.
Right. I found... And that's the kind of thing that will kick you right out. And I found that I tended to do that sort of thing a lot when there was a big pause. Somehow it's a little bit like choose your own adventure, and somehow I would pick the thing that then they would say, but you don't do that. It's like you're in a cloudy space and there's a figure approaching, and there'd be a long pause, and I would see the figure and they would get closer and I would recognize who it is. And then they would say, you don't know who this is. Like, oh, see, I do. You should guide yourself, I think. You do better. Right. Well,
guide yourself.
That's where I was sort of left. And I use noisy music, concert performances usually. And that works for me. I know it's not for everybody, but I do that, and I think that you do have to find your way. I from time to time will lead a private meditation circle, and one of the things that I noticed is that sometimes when people meditate, it's just dark, or it's just colors, and that's it. And I think a lot of times, because what we see in movies and on TV and even some of the things we see on YouTube, we get this feeling that we're supposed to see angels and our guides and be able to talk to them, and maybe you connect with ancestors or recent family members who have recently passed, or that kind of thing. And I think that sometimes people expect that right out of the chute, and when it doesn't happen, when it's just, when they meditate for 2 or 3 minutes and it's just dark and that's it, they feel like they've done it wrong. They failed. This isn't for me. And it's hard to get up to that point. but it does, like anything else, it takes practice.
It does.
And you just have to find what works for you. On our website at psychictapestry.com, there's a page of meditations that are there, a page of YouTube videos, and they're free, and they're measured out in lengths and for experience. So the first one is actually a clip from The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and he had a guest on whose name escapes me at the moment, but he shows how to meditate, and it's really short. I'd be surprised if it's even 2 minutes. But it dispels a lot of the myths, and like you were saying, Tony, about quieting your mind. People hear that and think their mind is supposed to be blank. They're supposed to not have a thought.
Yeah, and it can't be.
And we're human. We're doing that all the time. There's stuff going on in there. You can try and push it away and drown it out as best you can, and that's what you do. You do the best you can. Sometimes you can't quite get there, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Just keep trying. You can't force it. So if you sit down, you say, okay, it's 10 after 8, I'm going to meditate for 10 minutes, go. And it's not happening, and you're thinking about the stuff that you did today and stuff that you need to do, and you're keeping one eye open and checking the clock, and it's not there, that's okay. Come back and try it again another time.
Yeah.
It's Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I was also thinking about moving meditation. A lot of my friends are doing these walking meditations. I do one in the pool because I go to the pool every morning, and I do my own freestyle water aerobics, and then I just do a moving meditation in the water where I close my eyes and I just kind of float around and move, gracefully. It's very nice. I have a lot of success in the water, and usually they're playing music at the pool in the morning. So whatever that music is, I use that. And it's, just suspended in water, it's really easy to kind of blank out and just accept. But I rarely have a blank meditation, quite honestly, because people pop in and talk to me, or, dead people or my guides or my relatives. That does happen with me. But, I generally always meditate into sleep at night with New Age music going, which I do like, to sleep to. Maybe not to do anything else to, but to sleep to, but I do use it. And that kind of gets me into it. Yeah.
And instead of New Age music at night, I have the sound of rain. Which
that's
I've gotten
very
used to.
Nice. I like that. Yeah.
I've gotten used to over the years. Now that I live in Florida, I probably don't need it because quite often at night there's the natural sound of rain. Yes, but I have that. Sometimes my wife Lisa prefers the rain. I prefer the ocean, and when I'm going to take a nap or when I'm going to meditate on my own, and sometimes I'll use that. When I use the concert stuff, I visualize being at a luxury box at Madison Square Garden, and that's where the show is. And I have never been inside Madison Square Garden, let alone in a luxury box there, so I don't really know what they look like. But I just visualize what I believe it looks like, and I invite my guides and my angels and my ancestors and have them invite whoever they would like. And if this is a meditation that I'm leading with others, I invite their angels and their guides and their ancestors and whoever they would like. And it's like a big party. And that's what works for me. Sometimes when I'm meditating and it's just by myself, I will visualize being at the beach in different places that just mean something to me. And
exactly.
And I'd encourage you to figure out what would work for you? Where would you like to be? Is being in a concert venue at some rock and roll show, or it doesn't have to be rock and roll. It could be Frank Sinatra. But
it could be anything.
would that work for you? Maybe. When you hear spoken lyrics or sung lyrics, whatever, when you hear the words somebody else is singing while you're trying to meditate, does that distract you? Because it does for some. Maybe you need instrumental music, but it's okay to sort of figure out
I'll
what.
Sing. If there's words, I'll sing.
It's okay to figure out what works for you, and it's not the same for everybody. That's why if you go to YouTube and you look up meditations, oh my gosh, you will find you could scroll on all day and into the night, page after page after page of different meditations and different kinds of music and guided meditations and just instrumental stuff and sound effects and certain vibrational frequencies and on and on and on. And you could figure out what it is that clicks with you, what works for you. But don't expect, if you've never meditated before, don't expect that you're going to meditate the first time and boom, there you are sitting at a table with 5 of your guides. And you guys are talking. It could happen, absolutely could, but your first time out,
it could.
It's don't give up if on your first time out you get nothing. Maybe you get some colors. Maybe you see whatever it is you're trying to visualize, but nobody shows up. Could happen. But just keep at it. On this page on our website, it's psychictapestry.com, and you click on meditations, and you'll see the first one there that really just sort of very succinctly gets you into and out of a quick meditation and dispels a lot of the myths that go around about meditation. After that, there is a set of shorter, not shorter than 2 minutes, of short meditations that are just music. There are a couple. I think there are 2 5-minute, 2 10-minute, and 2 15-minute, and you can try those out, see how those work. There's another set of ones that are a little bit longer. One is geared toward chakra healing. One is at a special frequency that is supposed to be a healing frequency. And then there are some guided meditations, and you can check those out. And it looks like there's one that is not working right now, so I'll have to find another one to replace that. And then down at the bottom of the page, there are ones that are even longer. And you can, experiment, figure out what works for you, and that's okay. And think about what it is that you're meditating for. Is it just to get some balance, just to try and get some healing, to calm down from a rough day?
Right.
All of those are good reasons. Is it to connect with guides, connect with angels, find out what you need to know or ask for help or guidance in something? That's good too. But try and think about that before you start. I know one of the things that I said in this other podcast about the prize is when you talk about intention, it's hard to get an answer to a question you don't ask. So think about that meditating. Don't let the big guy on a podcast told you to. I mentioned, Tony, any other reasons why somebody would want to meditate?
You're breaking up right now. I don't know what you said, hon.
Now.
What did you say? Okay.
I said.
Go ahead.
Can you think of any other reason why someone would to or want to meditate?
Yes, people sometimes need to meditate for health reasons. You can quiet and calm your blood pressure, bring it down. You can just improve your mental and emotional health. I mean, there are many reasons why slowing down and kind of zenning out is a really good thing for the body. So those are other reasons why. And I don't know why does the average person meditate? I think it's for that, to slow down for health reasons or for insights and connection to the divine. There are many reasons. Why do you think the average person?
Well, I agree. I agree with all the things that you said.
Yeah.
I would just add, if you are journeying along your metaphysical path and you are trying to learn to read tarot or to use pendulums,
develop your psychic abilities too,
and whatever it is you're trying to do, I think
that's
meditating is a great way to move that forward and kind of get all your psychic ducks in a row.
That's right. You're exactly right.
It opens you up. It opens you up. It helps you. It helps you connect, and it helps you
develop.
It helps you allow messages to come.
Yes.
And I think that's a great way. But if you're starting, I don't think there is any particular right way to meditate. I think you have to figure out what works for you, and
I agree.
not just. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Oh,
just seconding.
Okay, and not just the music like we've been talking about, but the length of time, the time of day. How many times do you meditate? You just have to figure out what works for you. The more you do it, like almost anything, the more you do it, easier it will get, and the better you will get at it. But we all have lots of things to do every single day, so don't make an impossible schedule of, I'm going to meditate for 30 minutes every single day from 8 to 8:30 p.m. every night, because stuff happens, and you don't want to feel like you're failing. Mm-hmm. If you skip a day or two or three or a week or two or three or on and on and on, it's not, nobody's writing your name down or saying, oh, shame, shame, shame. They're not taking this seriously. It's not going to work for them ever now. It's up to you, and you'll find your way. And you just have to allow it to happen.
Very true. I find just the easiest way to fit it in is either to meditate into sleep or to wake up. Usually I'll wake up before I have to, so I'll use that time to meditate into the day. One or the other really works, because you're right there. You're relaxed.
I find at the beginning of the day it's hard because so many times I have to hit the ground running, and I wake up thinking of lots of things I need to do, and I can't stay here in bed. I need to check my email and social media, but then I got to get up and get moving. And and it's hard for me to start my day like that. It's easier to end it, but I know that one thing that I've found, and I'm sure anybody who has meditated before, or this might be something that you find if you do decide to start meditating at night, is that sometimes I will start to meditate and find that, wow, that meditation was about 7 hours long.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I just drifted right off. And
that's okay.
if that happens, that's okay. Obviously, you needed it.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to, if you set the intention of, all right, I'm going to connect with I'm going to meditate now and connect with one of my guides, and we are going to work on gratitude, or we are going to work on something else or whatever. And you start to meditate, and then the next thing you know, your alarm's going off, and it's 7:15 in the morning. Your guide's not going to be mad at you. You don't have to worry about that. So you don't have to be afraid to meditate another time and try again. It happens, and we're human, and sometimes obviously we need the rest. So sometimes that just happens, and you don't have to.
I think that's good if you meditate and then sleep. I think it's not a bad thing at all.
Yeah,
I think it's a good thing. Yeah.
I think sometimes we just need it, and that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to shift gears and grab some phone calls now. If you have any questions about meditation, we'll be glad to talk about that too. But for now, we should shift gears to talk to some of the folks who are holding. Cool. So before we go to the calls, Tony, this is your favorite part. I'm going to ask you who you are and why you're here and what you're going to do.
Okay. I'm Tony DeMeo. I'm a psychic and a medium and a Reiki master and a life coach and a spiritual teacher. And I'm here to help you connect with your guides and angels. Because of free choice, I believe that those are the best messages. That's what you really need to know. So you can ask questions, and we'll filter it through your guidance system and see what we get. I do use different cards. The cards are normally a confirmation for what I'm getting through my abilities. So kind of have a double thing going here. And I can't wait to do it. I love to do it. Now, what are you going to do, Ken? Ken, are you still there?
I'm
going to off?
I'm just going to sit back. I'm just going to sit back and let you do that.
Okay.
No, I'm Ken Kessler, and I fly the plane here and push the buttons. And something that I forgot to mention as we got started is that I believe today is Psychic Tapestry's 8th anniversary. So happy anniversary to us.
Oh, yay. Happy anniversary, Psychic Tapestry. I love it.
With that said, anyway, I'm a psychic medium and a music intuitive, and I tend to get messages through music, sometimes through songs and sometimes from those in spirit who have their own connections to music. And for tonight, I have some psychic jukeboxes on Spotify that have thousands of songs on them, and I start them shuffling randomly before we start and invite my guides and angels and your guides and angels to give me the song that is for you. So when you call in, I'll tell you what song's playing and what I think it means for you. And the thing about music is that it's so personal that I could tell you the name of the song and the artist that's playing, and that's great, but it could have a personal meaning for you that's different than what I tell you, and that's valid. Sometimes that's just how it works. Angels and spirit like to use what's in our head as the reader to trigger in you what you need to know. And sometimes that might be as simple as me saying Huey Lewis in the news. Last week, as we were getting ready for the podcast, which then we had a technical problem and there was no podcast. But last week, I was guided to share a song by Huey Lewis in the news called Bad is Bad. And if that song was the one that was playing when you called in, what I would tell you is that bad is bad. A lot of times we make excuses for other people's bad behavior because it's easier that way. We like to be able to, see past some of those things. And sometimes you can, and sometimes you can't. And if you're in a relationship where somebody is treating you that way or doing things, and you find yourself making excuses over and over and over, bad is bad, and you deserve better. So that's what I would tell you. And that's how that works. So hopefully that made sense. Tony, are you still there?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. And both of us are still here. My dog Rascal is also here, and he's getting a little active, so my apologies if he sees a squirrel out the window and starts to bark. Probably shouldn't have said the word. I probably shouldn't have said that word because he's looking now.
Now he's looking.
But otherwise, we're ready to go. 347-838-9903 is our number, and here we go. Hi, thanks for hanging on. What's your first name?
Yes, my name is Catherine from Washington State.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine. How can we help you tonight?
I would just kind of a general about things coming up in August, any new energies coming in to work with.
Okay. Well, I have a great card for you. It just popped right out. And it says, out with the old and in with the new. And this is about heaven always leading you toward joy. So the angels and guides want you to keep a watchful eye out for any signs that it's time to head in a new direction. This could be in any area of your life. You may be led to change your career or get a new job, make a move, or even change some of the people that you associate with. Maybe some people will drop away and new ones will come. And perhaps there will be an event that guides you to believe in favor of a whole new philosophy of life. But what they're telling me is that change can indeed be challenging, but it can also be exhilarating and exciting. And the important thing for you to remember is that your angels want you to be happy and fulfilled. So everything that happens in life has a purpose and a meaning toward that end. And if you can embrace that truth with love and gratitude in your heart, then no matter what you experience in life, you will be blessed. And some of the additional meanings of this card are seeing the truth suddenly, or having rapid changes in your life, a spiritual awakening, or recognizing life changes as blessings rather than challenges. This whole thing could be a big wake-up call, but in a positive way. So how does that resonate with you?
Yeah, it's kind of a card of the past, because that's already all happened. I've already moved.
Happening. That's what you've just done. Okay, so that's called a confirmation card. You're making all the right moves, and you're tuning into your guides. I love it. And the second card I have for you is an action card, the Nine of Action. They're saying that you have created many wonderful and amazing things, situations in your life, that there are relationships you treasure and accomplishments that you're proud of, and the new home that you have is also an accomplishment. And they're saying it's only natural to want to protect all of that. So rest assured that you're always being lovingly watched over by your guardian angels, and if you have any worries, you can take them to Archangel Michael for protection, and you are completely safe. They're also saying that Mother Earth needs our help right now, and this card represents all those who are interested in safeguarding the environment and watching over our food supplies, helping protect the animals in the land and the ocean. So they say stand your ground, because your beautiful light will always win.
Oh,
I like that for you. So you just moved. Where did you move to?
I haven't found the next job. I just haven't really started yet. I just was settling in. So next is the career area. So maybe that's the part of it. Yeah.
It will fall into place. You're kind of magic right now. That's what they're telling me. You just can't lose. Everything is going your way. All happy changes. Happy changes. I love it. So good luck. And where did you move to?
From California back to Washington State.
Oh, cool. That's a beautiful place. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's sadly it's heat waves of never before as you're saying, environmental changes. Yeah. So it's been 3 months of 100 degrees, which is
my Lord, really? Sounds like Texas where I am.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's not the usual at all. I mean, with August, including August, will be 3 months. So honestly, this kind of kept me less active than I usually am.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
So,
I think it'll change, though. It'll pass.
Yeah.
It'll pass. Well, I'm going to give you to Ken now for your musical messages.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for calling, Catherine.
Thank you for the show.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
The song that was playing when we picked up your call was "Let the Good Times Roll" by B.B. King and Bobby Blue Bland. Do you know the song?
Oh, that's great. Oh, let the good times roll. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is about, having some fun. You're in a new place. It's so exciting to be in a new place. I know the temperatures make it difficult to get around and experience some of what your new area has to offer, but you can still figure out some ways to have some fun. And I think that's what you were asking about, what the summer brings.
Yeah.
And I think that's something. Moving, how recently did you move? It's pretty recent, wasn't it?
2 months.
Yeah. Moving can be so stressful. And I think, and it's a good time to sort of, as you can, enjoy your new digs, your new neighborhood, your new town, city, whatever. See what it has to offer, aside from heat stroke, and and have some fun. Doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. And I know that there's important stuff. You gotta pay bills and find work and all of that. And that's true. And I'm not suggesting that you go on a bender or hey, the next 6 weeks, just live it up. I'm not saying that at all, but you can figure out ways to have a good time and see what there is to offer. I know we moved the end of last summer. My wife and I moved from San Diego, California to what's called the Treasure Coast of Florida, which is about the middle, a little bit between Daytona Beach and West Palm Beach. And it was hard finding. We're in a much smaller town than we had lived in, so it was hard finding things. But bit by bit, we have been able to find some things that make it fun to be here. I know that if the weather isn't too bad on Saturday, there's a drive-in that's showing a movie that we love. So that's a little fun thing that we can do, and it's just about finding those sort of things and having a good time and enjoying this new chapter of your life. Hope that helps.
Sounds great. Thank you. Yes.
You're very welcome. Thank you for calling us tonight.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, honey. Bye.
Bye. 347-838-9903 is the number. Tony, could you hear me okay through that?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. It's not about ego. I just want to make sure all the wires are plugged in.
Yes.
Hi. Thanks for hanging on. What's your first name?
Hi, my name is Mindy.
Hello, Mindy.
Hello. I've called a couple of times.
Yes.
Mindy, where are you calling from?
Los Angeles.
Okay.
Oh, good. Yes.
How can we help you tonight?
Well, I'm so open to hear whatever I need to hear.
Wonderful.
Whatever I need to hear is awesome.
Excellent. And I have a beautiful book for you today. That's the name of it. And they're saying your true self, your radiant, powerful, successful, and intelligent self is now, let me see, I can't see, let me get by the light, is now shining through the surface, allowing your true self to be visible to others, for you lift people up and inspire them. The angels are saying that you are awesome in so many ways, and you are learning to trust and reveal your true nature a bit more easily. At one time, you may have believed that you had to hide some of your feelings from others and even maybe from yourself. But now you realize how vital and attractive expressing your authentic self is. So your angels are guiding you to honor those true feelings that you have by expressing them to yourself and to others. The angels will help you lovingly talk about your feelings so that no misunderstandings occur with friends and loved ones. The angels will never guide you to do or say anything that could hurt you or anyone else. They will also ensure that your life will emerge to a new level of inner peace as you let your true self come out and play. So this is really about achieving who you really are and kind of growing into who you are, which is excellent. And then we have a celebration card, which means that good news is coming. It will be cause for celebration, and it is time for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. The angels want you to know that this is a light-filled time in your life. You've been working toward making changes. Your intentions have now manifested into form, and this is a time for you to fill your heart with a warm feeling of gratitude. The angels ask you through this card to hold strong in this gratitude. You are like a gardener who plants seeds and nurtures them because you have faith that your labors will bear fruit. Now, let's see. Okay. So keep watering and tending to your seeds, and you'll soon see them sprouting through the surface, and the angels are your co-gardeners. They are there to help you. They will never abandon you. But good things are coming in your life. It's time for celebration. Does any of that resonate with you, honey?
All I can say is, holy cow.
That was good. I'm glad
so
you
spot
liked
on.
it.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
it's really
wonderful.
terrific. And it's so relevant. Everything.
Oh, I'm so glad,
thank you.
sweetheart. Thank you for calling. I'm glad you got through to get your messages. I'm going to give you to Ken now and enjoy.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, Mindy.
Hello there.
With your reaction, I really just want to say ditto. But
yes,
the song that was playing was a song from Diana Ross and the Supremes, "Don't Rain on My Parade." Do you know that one?
Yeah.
Yes,
I do.
Okay.
That's great.
This is about, whatever it is that brings you joy, that you want to do, that makes you happy. That's good and okay, and don't let somebody else rain on you. If
great.
Don't let somebody tell you that you can't fly. Don't let somebody tell you you can't do whatever or be or have whatever it is that you want. And if you slip and fall, at least you tried, and you know that. One of the, it's no regrets. If there's something you want to do and somebody tells you you can't, and you decide, oh, you're probably right, I'm not even going to try, that'll haunt you. So do it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
Terrific.
I'm going to resist singing the song because I have too much respect for you.
Thank
you.
you.
But that's okay. So that makes sense?
It does. I thank you so very much, both of you. I always enjoy listening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we love having you there. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thanks for calling
Take care now.
tonight.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye. 347-838-9903 is the number. Hi, thanks for hanging on. What's your first name? Hi, if you're calling from area code 845, this is you.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, what's your first name?
My name is Maria. Yeah, calling
Hi, Maria.
from New York.
Hello, Maria.
How can we help you tonight?
Yes, I want to know if you see me, I'm going to travel to go overseas in Italy. It's by Tapestry over there near the water. I was waiting for Salamento, said they're going to give it to me soon.
Okay, you're asking if you're going to make the trip?
Yes.
To Italy? Yes.
Yes.
Well, the card that popped out for you, sweetheart, is be open to success, which means you're going to get what you want. And they're saying the deeper meanings are a clarity of purpose. This is a well-deserved kind of reward. Travel is involved, and they're saying to remain calm during these challenges and during this time of travel. So I would say yes, the angels are saying absolutely. And this card indicates that you'll receive recognition for how wonderful you've been throughout your life. I think your family and friends totally appreciate you. And they're saying also that if you feel uncomfortable with too much attention, your angels are asking you to just accept it because you deserve it. And they want to give you the confidence you need to step forward. And you may find yourself called to balance a lot of priorities and people and activity, but just stay centered and grounded and avoid any temptation to get into too much drama, because there may be some people around you that have some drama. But if you present a calm, collected, and positive attitude, they say you will experience great success. I'm sure that's going to be a wonderful trip. And then I have a card here telling me that you have been very hardworking all of your life.
Yes.
And, yep, you're a hard worker. You have worked extremely hard, and sometimes you've been under a lot of pressure. And they're saying this is a time in life when the angels want to lighten your load. And they want you to spend some more time taking care of you. And they say you've been a people pleaser. You always wanted to make everyone around you happy. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. And they say, please love yourself too, Maria, because you are a beautiful person. And they say to release any emotional burdens that you're carrying to your angels, because they are there to love you and to support you. Okay? All right, sweetheart. And enjoy your trip.
God bless you. Thank you.
God bless you, sweetheart.
Now, can I ask another little question in your mind, please?
What is it, honey?
You see my daughter going to find the fiancé work here soon?
Okay. Where is she? Where is your daughter? Is she in Italy or is she in America?
No, over here with me.
America. Okay. Yes. Yes. She will find work, honey, she will. She has to believe that herself. It helps to make it happen. So encourage her. Encourage her to stay positive and to keep sending out the resume and perhaps to use a staffing agency. They have agencies that can place people in jobs. So let her use all resources, but I'm sure she will get a job very soon. I'm going to give you to Ken now. And thank you for calling.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, sweetheart. God bless you.
Thank you too.
Hi, Maria. The song that was playing when we picked up your call was the old classics, Wonderful. This was Ella Fitzgerald. I don't know if you remember that song. It's wonderful. It's marvelous. But I just feel like this is absolute confirmation on this trip that you want to take. It's 4-leaf overtime. From now on, your heart's working overtime. If this is what you want, you're doing a great job of manifesting and bringing it to you. And just keep it up. Keep focused on it, and you're going to have what you want. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're going to try and squeeze in one more call. Thank you so much for calling us tonight.
Thank you, honey. Have a great trip.
Very much. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. 347. I don't know why I'm giving the phone number out. We're only going to be able to squeeze in one more probably. We might be able to squeeze in a second, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Hi. Thanks for hanging on. What's your first name? Hi, if you're calling from area code 951, this is you. Okay, it's not you. Let's try this line. You can still hear me, can't you, Tony?
Yes, I can.
Hello.
Okay. Hi, thanks for hanging on. What's your first name?
It's Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. Where are you calling from?
Florida.
And how can we help you tonight?
I'd love a message on a recent relationship that's right now. And for no real reason. It was just a blow up, and now I think the other party's just got too much pride and ego to step back up and say, hey, sorry, that was uncalled for. There was really over nothing. I'm just wondering if I'll ever hear from him, if you ever see me healing that relationship and getting back together, because we were getting very, very close.
Well, the first card that I had that popped out is New Beginnings. So they're telling you a clean slate is presented to you now, and that you will encounter some new opportunities and some excellent and fun experiences. So you're going to be fine no matter what. So I'm glad that came up. Now I'm going to look into the romance cards. We're going to ask the angels, is he going to reach back out? They are saying it is safe for you to open your heart and love again. So yet again, they're reminding me how well your life is going to go. I'm not so sure about him. They're saying very soon as you clearly decide exactly what you want, you can have it. So that tells me that you have a little more power in this relationship than you think. If you want him back, I think you'll get him back. But they're also saying that divine timing is at work, and it will be worth waiting for. Now, they're also telling me that a new person may just come in and sweep you off your feet, and he may lose. But, yet again, they say the other person could be the one. So right now, it's up to you what you want. You can either have a new love or you can get him back. The ball is in your court, okay? Whether or not he reaches out, I think you'll either run into him, or maybe you'll reach out, or maybe he will reach out. Something's going to happen. It's not completely over. But if you want someone new, you can have them, because you have a kind of a charmed life right now, and they're saying new beginnings are all going to go very well for you, whatever you decide. And now I'm going to give you to Ken. Thank you for calling, honey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Ken.
The first thing, and I don't expect you to answer this, but it's something to think about, is why you would want them back. And I'm not being critical, and and it's only my business as much as you've called and asked a question about it. But if this is the kind of thing that's going to happen now, you have to wonder if it's going to happen again. And
I have thought about that, and but you know, 7 days a week, like we were together all day, like working towards future, talking about marriage.
Right.
I mean, we were working and absolutely just 100% connected to each other, and in a way that I thought, okay, this is finally it. Of all the bad relationships I've had in my past, this is finally my reward for sticking it out. And, and I thought this was finally time, and this is the right person. And then all of a sudden, he had a tantrum, got mad about something, and then when he does, I mean, I'm kind of seeing the dynamics in his family, so I do know that it could happen again. But if he came back and wanted to talk and communicate, maybe we could sit down and talk about, hey, if you're having a bad day or if you feel like growing up, we need to agree that if this happens again, we're going to sit down and talk, cool off, and then come back and talk about what's actually, and try and get control. I don't think he's ever been taught how to communicate.
Exactly.
But he is a good person. But he is a good person.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah.
Well, I'm not suggesting that you cut him off and move on, and it's too bad he's lost. But I am just cautioning you on putting your life on hold, waiting for him to come back. I think that it's certainly possible he's going to realize what a boneheaded thing he said or did, and that he's going to come back and you guys can fix this and talk about it and all of that stuff. But I think you still need to live your life. The song that was playing when we picked up your call, as I look over and see that Blog Talk Radio is just about done with us, the song that was playing was Fever by Elvis Presley. Do you know the song? It's an old classic, Fever.
No, I don't.
It's all about, fever is that kind of craziness when you get in that sort of relationship where it just never know how much I love you, never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. And it's about that kind of passion, that kind of it's not just passion though. It's that kind of emotion that take over when you guys are together. And sometimes
we had
good
an instant connection, like we'd known each other
right.
for a long time. And it was just so easy; it just fell into place.
Yeah, sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's not, which is what you've just been through, and that's a difficult relationship to maintain when it's like that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but both sides have to be willing to work. And if he doesn't know how to do that, he has to figure it out. And he may need to be told, this is how you behave as a grown-up when you're in a relationship. This is what you do. This is what you don't do. This is what you say. This is what you don't say. Some guys need that. And you just have to ask yourself, is that worth it to you to have to do that for him? And maybe it is. I'm not saying that as like this is some horrible thing you have to do. If this is how he is and it's because he just doesn't know, hasn't been in that situation, doesn't know how to have those kind of talks, those kind of communication, that kind of communication, doesn't know how to react when things don't go right, when feelings get hurt, whatever the case may be, when his team loses, whatever it is. And then there's a big overreaction and he takes his ball and goes home. You can't do that. As a grown-up, you can't do that. You have to.
Yeah, it was definitely an overreaction to absolutely nothing and throw a sucker in the dirt and I'm done.
Yeah.
Kind of game.
Yeah.
Wait, and I'm pretty sure, I can just about bet money he's sitting there waiting on me to call him and crawl back.
Yep, he regrets it.
Right. Well,
I'm sure.
Like Tony had said, it's your move and your choice. I think it's certainly possible that you can work this out, but I just caution you on putting your life on hold, waiting for him to come around. So it's just, that's something to think about, and I got to leave it there because Blog Talk Radio is getting ready to cut us off whether we're ready or not. So I hope that helped, Cindy. My apologies to the other folks who are still hanging on. Blog Talk Radio is going to cut us off here whether we're ready or not because we told them that it was going to end at 9 o'clock, and here we are about 30 seconds away. So Tony and I will be back a week from tonight. So if we didn't get to you, you can check back with us then, or you can go to psychictapestry.com, click on our readers and teachers, and book a private reading. In the meantime, thank you for being here with us, and thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. And Tony, as always, thank you so much for giving up Party Tuesday night.
Thank you for asking me. I love it.
Thank you. Have a great week, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.